What up, YouTube world? What up, all you fellow binge watching ass bastards like myself? You know what I'm saying? We getting our binge watch on the latest TV shows and all that. And, we've been talking about this Bel Air reboot for a grip. Shout out to the bro, Lon the Don. And, of course, Jimbo as well, as we was just kicking it, man. And it's rather shocking that what brought all this, put the wheels in motion for this Bel Air reboot, this series to happen, was a fan-made trailer. Isn't that wild, man? Like a fan. That's dope, yo. That's what's so dope about the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like trolling, flockery, and all the BS that goes on a lot of times gets the spotlight. But there's a lot of cool ish that happens over social media. You know what I'm saying? Individuals helping each other out, reposting stuff. You know what I'm saying? People have found missing family members thanks to the help, to the power of social media. And also just some cool ish like this, like a fan puts together a trailer for a Bel Air reboot. Someone sees it, Will Smith gets wind of it, and next thing you know, here we are a few years later. I think this is wild lit. But before you continue watching on, guys, there's minor spoilers in this. I'm only two episodes in. So if you're not that far, and you really don't want anything spoiled at all, then fall back. But come back after you watch it and join the discussion. You feel me? But let's just jump right into it, man. I'm going to share some of my take on all this. So, as I stated when I first saw the trailer, it was like, yo, we're going to get to see a little bit of the serious side of things. As the Fresh Prince story was always said to be loosely based on the life of Will Smith, But in the original show, it was just real quick, real sweet, and, to the point how he ended up going out to Bel Air. He got in one little fight. His mom got scared. She said he's moving with his auntie and uncle in Bel Air. Well, in this reboot, we see, Phil is a baller with the high school basketball team. He goes out and drops 30 on him in a big game. Scouts are coming. They want him to do a visit, to University of Richmond and other campuses, other colleges. Other scouts are trying to holler at Will. The future's looking bright. You know what I mean? The show kicks off with one of my favorite tracks of all time, Freeway. You know that. Even though what we do is wrong. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I love that track. I love that beat. And Freeway has a cameo as the basketball coach. That's lit. That's really cool. Shout out to Freeway. I'm good to see him. I'm good. It's good to see him getting his shine on, getting some FaceTime out there. Very talented artist who I think's career should have went a lot further than it did. But it is what it is. That's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother story. But everything's looking dope. You know what I'm saying? And then Will and his friend Trey bump into another friend who used to roll with him. But he hit the block now, you know what I'm saying? He's out there serving fiends, pumping packs, getting to the bag. And he tells Will, yo, you want to be like me now. I'm getting to this money working for Rashad. But if I never went to juvie, if I was still going to school, you would be the number 2 behind me. You know what I mean? And Will takes this very seriously. He feels it's a call out, and him and his bro Trey go hit the courts. Whereas in the original, we did see that the drama popped off on the basketball court. You know what I mean? And they go, hey, let's run a 2-on-2 game. Rashad, who's running the block that his, ex-homie is working for, Rashad says, listen, we're going to run a game 2-on-2. If y'all win, I'm going to pay you guys 2 stacks. Where Will very cockily responds and said, hey, can you pay me in dubs? I like my money in dubs. And he says, yo, fall back, you cocky bastard, you cocky son of a bitch. We ain't even played the game yet. But if you lose, he says, Will, you and Trey got to come work for me. Well, pay close attention to all the different imagery and everything popping up on the screen. As that's the J Coffee Talk platform. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a voice. So what's on the screen is very, very important. I'm a voice floating around this YouTube spectrum, this blogosphere, bringing you guys the content. You feel me? But after the game, his other ex-homie, you know what I'm saying, who's working for the gangster Rashad, is mad, goes to throw a ball at Will. It bounces off Will, hits the big homie Rashad, and, a fight ensues. Will's homie Trey gets stomped out. Will busts a couple shots in the air, like on some, wasn't that almost how it was with Debo in Friday? Didn't someone bust shots in the air? I can't remember. But anyways, they have like a face-off. He pulls the strap on Rashad, and Rashad says, yo, Fresh Prince, you better use it or I'm going to kill your ass. Police roll up, Will's arrested, and the wheels are set in motion very, very quick for his trip out there to Bel Air on the West Coast. As he goes to jail, he gets out in the morning. Uncle Phil out there on the West used his lawyer muscles or judge muscles or whatever exactly he is at this point, which we're going to talk about Lil Phil in a moment. He's a major part to this whole storyline, and it's going to be lit to watch, you know what I'm saying? But he says, or he pulls these strings, Will gets released, and they put him on the first thing smoking, first flight out to Bel Air. And back in Philly, the Rashad dude is suspicious that Will snitched. Like, how did he get out of jail without seeing a judge? And pops his homie Trey. Trey's gonna live, but he gets shot in the arm. He tries to, beg Will to come back to Philly to help him face the music, because he's like, yo, man, you dipped out to the West Coast. Will didn't want to go. He had to, you know what I mean? But he's like, you left me here to deal with all this mess. But he can't. He's got to stay there. Uncle Phil ain't letting him leave. He's like, I put my name and my reputation on the line. You got to stay here now. And he said, you might get killed if you go back anyway. So we're looking more into the drama behind it all. You know what I mean? Like, if you think about it, The Fresh Prince was always a dope show. It was always very comical. It had a lot of family storylines. You know what I mean? A coming of age story, Will growing up, getting out of the hood, seeing the other side of life and trying to figure out how to become a man, Well, he was already a man. He was forced to be a man at a younger age, you know what I'm saying? But he's forced to be a grown-ass man and figure things out, But, and like I said, the theme song always wrapped it up very conveniently and quick for us. He got in one little fight. That was it. Now, getting over to the stuff in Bel Air, jump in the comments, guys. Let me know what you think about seeing all these different characters, seeing the new Will, seeing the new Carlton. And real quick, we got to say the new Carlton is flucked up. Yeah, he's preppy. He's rich, as we know. He's different than Will say. But in real talk, too, I got to wonder if they're going to, work in the Carlton dance. Like I said, I'm only 2 episodes in. So hopefully they do at some point, with that Tom Jones on, you know what I'm saying? It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Ba-na-na-na. But this Carlton, you know what I'm saying? He likes to snort Xanax. He likes to snort that white girl, and he's immediately jealous of Will as they have him, showing Will around. But yeah, your thoughts though on all the other characters, Hillary, Will, the new Ashley, Uncle Phil, Aunt Viv, everyone. But Carlton's responsibility is to show Will around, get him acquainted with people at school, and Carlton's ex takes a big interest in Will. And, they are at odds immediately. And another thing we got to point out about the Fresh Prince in this is he likes to hook off on people. He's socking people out left and right, including Carlton, even though Carlton started it, and Carlton's white friend, who Will was very upset. Carlton was allowing him on the lacrosse team, the white dude. We thought his name was Chad, but his name's really Connor. And Carlton was allowing him to say the N-word when they were rapping and vibing out to Bobby Shmurda. Hot one, So jump in the comments and let me know what you think about all these new characters. And one more character we got to talk about before we get to the serious side of things with Uncle Phil, the twist on the new Uncle Phil character, Jazz. So on this show, Jazz is his ride from the airport to Uncle Phil's house. And, he's an all-around hustler. But it's different, right? Like in the original Fresh Prince of Bel Air, didn't Phil and Jazz already know each other from back home? Or what? I'm a bit confused about that. I could be wrong, but in this incarnation, this reboot, this new version of Bel Air, Jazz is his ride. You know what I mean? I guess his Uber maybe or something. I don't know. But he said, yo, man, I'm just getting Philly vibes from you. Where you from? North Philly or West Philly? Will's like, yo, West Philly. How'd you know? You know what I mean? And apparently, Jazz hails originally from Philly, but now lives in Compton. So maybe I'm tripping, but I could have sworn the original Jazz was already his bro from back home. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging. Get in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Fellow Fresh Prince fans. But here's where things get real interesting. The spin on things with Uncle Phil. You know, in the original version, Uncle Phil just wanted to give Will that better life. He wanted to play, you know, be a father to Will where his own father stepped out at one time, even, you know what I'm saying, pressing Will's biological father when he came back on the scene, and, you know, was developing a relationship with Will and then let him down once again. Uncle Phil was there for him, was there to console him. But in this new version, yeah, he is looking out for him. He does want to give him a better life, but there's a twist at things. He's running for district attorney. He's having a big campaign fundraising event right as Will pulls up, and has Will out there where he says that he wants to end the for-profit school to prison pipeline of young black men, and he has his nephew Will, who he just helped get away from a legal situation, getting arrested with a gun and coming from the hood, and, you know, not having his father in his life. Uncle Phil wants to almost use Will in a sense as the face of this new movement as he runs for DA. You know what I mean? And it's like, wow, man, it's a whole nother side of things. You know, like I said, Uncle Phil was always just this laid back, good dude. Now he's got an agenda. Like, yeah, he's doing a good deed, but he's not doing it for the right reason. I mean, I don't know. That's how politics and DAs and court and the justice system and all that side of things works. You got to play dirty at it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? The squeaky wheel gets the grease, they say. But he's using his own nephew for this purpose. So I know I just kind of rambled on this one. I was just very excited. I caught these first 2 episodes. I'm hooked on the show. I'm fucking with it. I want to know what you guys feel about it. Like I said, only 2 episodes in, so try not to get too spoilerish on me, but we'll tap back in with more updates as the show progresses. A lot of different storylines going on. I think they did this right. As I always talk about, remakes, reboots, recycles, reusings. We see so much trash, bad versions of reboots and all that, but I'm fucking with this, you know, and the fact that it had the Will Smith blessing and everything, you know, as we've even seen Will do content and videos with the new guy playing Will, like, he's all in with this one. So I'm excited. That's my take on everything so far. 2 eps in. You let me know what you think. Stay tuned for more content. New viewers, make sure to subscribe. Once again, it's Coffee, daily content. We're talking music, news, sports, current events, life, and much, much more. Stay tuned. Subscribe. And I'm gone. Peace.